Okay, so Esti is an amazing speaker. She is first a wife, a mother, and she's the founder of Simply Tanya. When it comes to teaching Tanya and Tanya lessons, we go to Esti. So, Esti, thank you for being with us tonight again. And thank you for waiting and being patient. And we can't wait for your share. I'm giving you the floor.
Thank you so much, Sheli. This is so nice to be here tonight. Actually, last Fabrengen with Gimel Tammuz, I started at 10:30, so this is not so late,
Getting better.
We're better, we're getting better. So thank you so much for allowing me being part of this amazing Fabrengen. And I was thinking about, to Beav, 15 of Av, everyone is talking about Shiduchim, and my personal experience with Shiduchim is very limited because first of all, I got married when I was 19 and I went up, Baruch Hashem, thank you Hashem, it's mamash, I'm so grateful for it, that we got married right away. We knew right away that this is it, and we just got married. And Baruch Hashem, I'm at the stage now that my two beautiful daughters, Kaylee and Rosie, are starting Shiduchim now. And it's even so amazing just to say it. Sheli, you know them, so it's really like very, very exciting. And so this is basically like we're just starting with it now. So my knowledge about Shiduchim, I was trying to make Shiduchim, and I made one Shidduch actually, but that's really pretty much my knowledge about Shiduchim. So who am I to speak about Shiduchim here tonight, to Beav? But I definitely have experience and knowledge in being married because I'm married for 21 years. And I can say that, when they say about Shidduch, that it's like Kriyat Yam Suf, every Shidduch that happens is mamash like a miracle, like a Kriyat Yam Suf. We can even say it about every day that we are married. Every day that we are married, that Hashem decided from some reason, yeah, but we don't question Hashem because Hashem knows best. He decided to put two people in a house, a man and a woman, okay? Now, if you would tell me, like if I will use my sechel, and if you would tell me in my logical sechel what makes more sense, it makes more sense that I will be in the same house with a woman. And obviously, like we have a lot what to talk about, and we have the same brain, we work from our heart. So it makes sense that it will work out, right? And Hashem decided to put a man and a woman together. So, from my point of view, the fact that Hashem decided, and this is what we do, this is I can consider it as a Kriyat Yam Suf every single day. Some days it's better, and some days, we have to work on it. But definitely, this is my experience with the Baruch Hashem, with being married, and Baruch Hashem, yeah, Be'emet. I'm so thankful to Hashem for every moment. But I was thinking about it, everyone is talking about Shidduch that is so hard, like Kriyat Yam Suf, and I was taking it from another angle, the angle that not a lot of people talk about, because everyone is thinking that it's so hard to make a shidduch because it was so hard to split the ocean, right? It was very hard. But the truth is that the way we should compare the Kriyat Yamsuf to a shidduch is by the fact that Kriyat Yamsuf was a miracle, and a shidduch happens at the same way. A shidduch happens in a miracle. We think that I call the Shadchanit and the amazing Shadchanit that are here tonight, Toby, I'm sure you're amazing, that we call the Shadchanit, and the Shadchanit will give us the name, and I will call people, and I will find out about the name. I just started with my daughters. And I think in my head, this is my way to bring the Shidduch for my daughter, to bring the perfect Shidduch for my daughter. And Hashem is telling us the opposite. Hashem is saying that a shidduch is just like Riyat Yamsuf. It's a miracle that does not belong in the sechel. There is no sechel in it. There is no brain in it. You have to do two opposite things. You have to have Nisiyat Fachim, it's called in Hebrew. And I think also Ruth spoke about Nisiyat Fachim. You have to have this Nisiyat Fachim inside you, that from one side you make all the ishtadlut, and you go above and behind to find your shidduch, or to find your kid's shidduch, or anything else that you're looking for in this world, yeah? If you don't need a shidduch right now, if you don't need a shidduch for your kids, and you need something else in your life. But the fact that you have, or parnasa, let's say, the fact that you have to do your ishtadlut does not mean that the Shidduch will come from your Ishtadlut. The Shidduch will come straight from Hashem. It will be a miracle, just like Kriyat Yam Suf. And when Bnei Israel came to the Yam Suf, came to the ocean, there were four groups in Bnei Israel. One group said, let's go back to Mitzrayim. We have no other options. Let's go back to Mitzrayim. The other, I see. I'm sorry. Oh, it's animated. Okay. One group said, let's go back to Mitzrayim. The other group said, let's drown in the ocean. We don't want to go back to Mitzrayim. We don't want the Mitzrayim to reach us. So let's drown in the ocean. Let's just jump and drown in the ocean. The third group said, let's fight with the Mitzrayim. And the fourth group said, let's daven to Hashem. And then Hashem is coming to Moshe and telling Moshe Rabbeinu, Daber el bnei Israel vayisau. Tell Bnei Israel to move forward. Tell Bnei Israel that they shouldn't do anything else that came with their sechel, because all those four groups, it was in their sechel, it was in their brain, in their chokhmah, bina, and that they were thinking about the idea of going back to Mitzrayim, or maybe we should drown in the ocean, or maybe we should daven. Even davening, yeah? It was all their own ideas. Hashem is coming with his idea. Hashem is putting the idea in Moshe Rabbeinu's mouth and telling him to tell them to move forward. What does it mean, move forward? And when they moved forward, we all know what happened. It was a Kriyat Yam Suf. The ocean was split into two. There was a miracle. It's a revealed miracle. You know, we can always say that everything in our life is also a miracle. We can also say that a lot of things in our life is a miracle. I wake up in the morning, it's a miracle. Obviously, everything is a miracle. If I look at my life, if I sit down and do it bonenut, like we learned in the time to do it bonenut, to really recognize how everything in our life is so, we shouldn't take it for granted. Everything in our life is a miracle, but it's a miracle that is dressed in the teva. It's a miracle that is in the teva. I wake up in the morning because, you know, like it's so obvious that I wake up in the morning. No, it's not obvious, but it is obvious because I wake up every morning. But something like this, something like Kriyat Yam Suf that happened, it was a miracle that everyone agreed that it was a miracle. There was a story in Israel now that there was a lost child, and everyone was looking for him. His name is Yuval. Everyone was looking for him. My heart, all my friends' heart here in New York went crazy. We couldn't sleep at night just to find this little kid that went for a walk with his father, and his father lost him for 24 hours. And Baruch Hashem, in the morning of Friday morning, they found the boy. Now, there in Israel, I don't know, maybe it's all over the world, there is a lot of conspiraciot. How do you say it in English? Conspirations about like what happened to him, someone kidnapped him, someone did this, it was the father, it was the mother, a lot of different negative talkbacks about like why it happened and how it happened. And you know, I was thinking to myself, and you're welcome to call me naive, you're welcome to call me, oh, you're a little bit naive, you're such a tmima, okay? But Eliyahu Navi was watching over him. That was my instinct. That was my instinct. That was my Nefesh Eloki talking to me, telling me that there was a miracle there. No one will admit that there was a miracle there, right? Because they found him, someone on a horse. It's a crazy story to like, if we think about it, it is a crazy story. Someone on a horse with like a long payas. Nachman Breslev, student, Talmud or whatever you want to call it, Chassid, okay? Nachman's vessel Chassid with a long payas on a horse found this little boy under a
By
bush.
the way, the horse made a mistake. Like
Yeah,
he took a wrong turn.
it took a long time.
This boy. And Rabbi Ashkenazi actually spoke about it. They checked the mezuzahs that morning. They opened up
And
the
they also
mezuzah.
said the 12 Pesukim.
Yes,
It was
they
a
said
beautiful
the
story.
yeah, it's
12
crazy
Pesukim, a
story.
different story, because I have a beautiful story about the 12 Pesukim, but not for now, because we are talking about Shiduchim. So can you imagine? Everyone is saying, no, it's not a miracle. It happened in the Teva. So what? So he made the wrong turn, whatever. No one will admit. Some people will, but people, it's hard for them to admit that this was a miracle. Now, with the ocean, it was clear for everyone, okay, that there is a miracle there. And we should really look at Shiduchim the same way. The same way. And this is the reason why Shiduchim is like Kiryat Yam Suf, because it's a miracle. And we have to believe in miracle. We have to believe that Hashem can do a miracle for each and every one of us. I want to say a story that I heard in the Shir, actually, if you're mentioning Rabbi Shneur Ashkenazi, I heard it in the Shir. It was a beautiful story that I loved so much. About it's a story about, I will give a short sentence from Rashi before, and then we'll share the story. I will share the story. שלא יהיה לבך חלוק על המקום. What does it mean, שלא יהיה לבך חלוק על המקום? It means that we shouldn't question Hashem. Amakom is one of the names of Hashem. So we shouldn't question Hashem. Whatever Hashem does to us, we should really believe. And I will give actually three little points from the Tanya before the story, that because I teach Tanya and I love Tanya so much. 3 points of Idbonenut, which is 3 steps, 2 steps of Idbonenut, and the last step is a practical step with a bonus after the practical step of how to believe that bamakom, amakom, which also in Hebrew amakom is the place that I'm at now, okay, wherever Hashem decided to put me right now, in me trying to find shidduch for my kids, in me working on the chinuch of my kids, and me struggling maybe financially, and me struggling in shalom bayis, whatever it is. Everyone can have their own things, okay? This is the makom. This is the place that Hashem put you right now, and I shouldn't question Him, right? But how can I really be fully happy in the makom that Hashem put me right now, in the place that Hashem decided this is the best place for you? This is the best place for you. How can I be happy about it? How can I acknowledge that this is the perfect place for me? It's hard. And we do go through hard challenges in our life, okay? Maybe not you, but me. I go through hard challenges sometimes in my life. And how can I come to a place where they tell me that I need to be happy? How can I be happy? So the tools of the Tanya are 3 tools. The first step of Idbonenut is when something happens to me, who made it happen to me? Like, who made this thing? Who made it possible for this thing to happen to me? It's Hashem. So the first התבוננות is everything is from Hashem. הכל זה אלוקות ואלוקות זה הכל. Everything is godliness. Okay, I don't see it with my own eyes, but the Alter Rebbe is saying in פרק כ"ט in the Tanya that we can even see it בראייה חושית. You know what it means בראייה חושית? ראייה חושית, let me try to translate it, is making it visible physically, ממש בחוש, במיחוש, that I can really feel it, that I can ממש see it. I can see Lakut. That's what the Alter Rebbe is saying in פרק כ"ט. I was just teaching it today. That's why I remember that it was פרק כ"ט. Otherwise, I wouldn't remember. He was basically, that's what he's saying, that we should see it. We should see a Lakut around us, בראייה חושית. Okay? So the first step, where is it coming from? It's from Hashem. Everything is coming from Hashem. The second התבוננות part, if it's coming from Hashem, everything that Hashem does in this world, everything that Hashem is doing for me, to me, sometimes it feels like, it's for the good. הכל לטובה. אין רע יורד מלמעלה. Nothing bad happens from above. Hashem is the ultimate good. And I trust Him. You know why I trust Him? Because sometimes in my life, I try to trust myself, my animal soul. It didn't work. I gave up. I said, you know what, Hashem, you know what? Take care of it. You're in charge. And the third step, which is the practical step, if I know it's from Hashem, and I know Hashem is the ultimate good, Hashem only does good things to me, whether I understand them or I don't understand them, whether it's coming from the Al Yamadid Kasya or Al Madid Galia, irrelevant, because I don't understand everything, okay? Because you remember, we usually use our sechel. Emunah is above the sechel. Emunah is in the place it's called chokhmah shebanefesh, is above the sechel. So when I know that, my practical tool, the third tool, would be to be happy. I will become happy just from the fact that I know that I'm in the hands of Hashem. Imagine a little child that is just born and he's crying. When a child is born, he has to cry. If he doesn't cry, something is wrong. So a few minutes after he cries, and you see that everything is okay with him, and it's amazing. It's very interesting to see that he cries, and that means that he's okay. If he doesn't cry, it's not okay, but whatever. We're not going to get into it. This is his way to express himself, to let you know that he's going to cry a lot and it's going to be okay. And he comes out and he cries, and then you hold him in your arms. Oh, I miss a baby. And then you hold him in your arms, and then you make him calm down, and he's silent because he's in your hands, because he trusts you. So if I'm trusting Hashem because I'm in his hands, I should be happy. I should be happy because everything that Hashem does in my life, he does for the best. And the bonus part that comes out of it, of me working on my simcha, is that Hashem will make me see with my own eyes, בטוב הנראה והנגלה, he will make me see, בזכות השמחה שלי, with the zchut of my simcha, of me working so hard on being in simcha, and it's hard sometimes, okay? I'm gonna be able to see it with my own eyes, to see the good that will be revealed from the situation, in the situation. So the story, I will finish up with the story, okay?
Esti, I just want to add something that you said, revealed, which really connects to the 15th of Av, because on the 15th of Av, we had the revelation of the goodness. Like we actually knew and saw that it's good. You know, they understood that that it's not they're not imagining it. It's truly good. So it's really beautiful, this point that you made of having that revelation and being in Simcha, because Tu Be'av is really about Yamim Tovim LiYisrael.
Exactly.
לא היו ימים טובים כאלה, so meaning tremendous simcha. And the Rebbe adds, dance, that's how much simcha. So even if it's hard, even if it's challenging, all the things that you are dealing with, no matter whatever it is, you have to be in simcha, and especially in the 15th of Av, to know that there's a reason for it, and you should be happy because Hashem is in those situations with you.
Mamash, it's so true. And I will actually take what you said and maybe change one word, if you allow me to do that.
Of course, always.
We don't have to be in simcha, because you know what happens to a child when you tell them you have to do something? He doesn't want to do it. We don't have to do anything. I have the free choice. I can do whatever I want, right? Because Hashem created me with a part of Hashem inside me. And because I have that part of Hashem inside me, it means that I have the same ability in a way that Hashem has, the free choice. So I can choose whatever I want. But it's kedai for us to be in simcha. It's worth it. It's such a kedai. Like, what's the other alternative?
Yes,
Show
I
me
like
a
that.
better
Kedai.
alternative,
It's in our
Sheli. I will
benefit.
take it with two hands. There is no other alternative. I tried. Trust me, I tried. There is no other alternative. So I realized that really my goal is to be in simcha. My goal is really to focus on my simcha. And Baruch Hashem, you know, I feel like I'm mamish connected to the inyan of simcha, because I teach the prakim in the Tanya, Kavav, Kavzayin, Kavchet, and also Kaftet, that talks about the simcha, and it talks about the light that comes from the darkness, and the beautiful light that comes from the darkness. And it's really, if anyone wants to learn Tanya, obviously, if I can put my WhatsApp group that I just opened,
we're putting your phone
soon.
number on the chat box. So if anybody wants to contact you, and then you can send them the link for your
I will share it soon. Thank you so much, Ravi. So what I'm saying is, if you want to, maybe like you don't want to start the Tanya from the beginning, you want to jump in right to the Simcha, go to Perek Vav, even though I really tell people all the time, start from the beginning, but go to Prakim Kavav, Kavzayin, Kavchet, and learn them. I promise you, you will be in Simcha, Be'ezrat Hashem, Be'ezrat Hashem. Now, I'll share the story from Rabbi Ashkenazi, and I think we're going to end up with that a story about how sometimes we see a situation and we think, oh, but Hashem didn't listen to me. I wanted it so badly, and I dove in so badly, and Hashem didn't listen to me. But sometimes we just don't know what Hashem have in his pocket for us, okay? Something that is even greater than what we can imagine that will happen. And the story goes like this. I hope I'm going to say it right. I'm not so great with telling stories, but we'll try. So the story goes like this. There was a child that had 5 sisters, and this child, he knew that his mother was pregnant, and she was about to go have the baby. And when he went to the cheder, to the yeshiva, whatever. He went to the yeshiva and He went to the yeshiva and the father told him that today your mommy will go to have the baby, maybe daven during recess, daven for her to, to have a baby, B'ezrat Hashem, healthy baby. That's it. And then the boy had a very good friend, and he asked him, when the shir was finished, he asked him, instead of going to recess, and this boy really loved playing soccer. Like he was waiting all day, he was in school just to play soccer in recess time. So he asked his friend, please, can you please stay with me during recess in class and daven with me? Because my mother went to have a baby, and I have 5 sisters in the house. I do not want to have another sister. I want to have a brother. I need a brother. Please stay with me and daven with me in the classroom. Say Tehillim with me to have a brother. B'ezrat Hashem. They daven, so the boy was like really, the friend was really like torn, like what do I do? Like he asking me, and he's my friend, but I want to go play soccer. He made the sacrifice and he stayed in the classroom and he said Tehillim with them the whole recess. What happened? A few hours later, the father came and said that Baruch Hashem, the mother had a baby girl. The friend was so disappointed. He said, not only did I give up my recess, I stayed in the classroom. I thought it's going to work, that all our tefillos and all the friends also stayed with them during recess and say Tehillim to have a baby boy, not a baby girl. And all the tefillos didn't go up to the Shemaim. And Hashem did not want to listen to our tefillos. He really felt frustrated and upset. A few years goes by, and this boy gets to Shiduchim age, and he goes to this shidduch, to that shidduch. He hears this name and that name, and something is not going. It's just not happening. And he's going for a shidduchim for a few good years, and it's not happening. One day he get a shidduch offer, maybe from Toby. He get a shidduch offer, and they go out and they date, and b'sha'a tova u'mutzlachat, they decide to get married. Who was this girl? The little girl. It's such a cute story. It's such a beautiful story. I don't know why I have the chills when I heard that story, and
That
now when
is
I'm
so
repeating it.
beautiful. I
It's
love
such a
it.
beautiful story. Again,
Because he
I'm not
wanted
sure.
a brother, so he was a good friend with him. So he's like a brother to him.
He basically is a good friend of that friend. He probably was not his friend anymore. I don't know the rest of the story. I don't know what exactly the source of the story, but listen to this story. Sometimes we daven for something and we don't even know that Hashem has something much better for us. And maybe it's gonna come from this davening, from from us asking Hashem for this amazing thing to happen to us. But maybe Hashem is holding something much more special for us. And maybe we just have to wait. We have to be happy במקום שלנו. We just have to be happy. We have to understand that there is no mistakes in Hashem's world. There is no
This is
mistakes.
where you're connecting it, שכדאי להיות בשמחה, that it's in our benefit to be in simcha because we
Exactly.
don't know why things don't work out the way we want. And as long as we're at least in simcha and show Hashem that we have trust in him, then it allows him also to bring what we really want much faster, or it's more revealed to us, or we have even menuchat nefesh while we're waiting.
I was thinking
brings
about
simcha.
it.
Simcha brings simcha.
Bring us exactly. And I was thinking about it because I'm teaching now, as I said, I teach like a very quick course, I would say, of Prakim Kaf Kaf Zayin Kaf Chet. I want to be focused on the Simcha. And באמת, really, when you think about it, everyone is talking about Bitachon and Hashem. Really, Bitachon and Simcha are very, very similar. Like mamash, I can even say that they're mamash, like they're holding each other's hands. The bitachon and simcha. Someone wants to share something?
No, I think it was
Okay.
sometimes
So
people.
bitachon and simcha are, oh, okay. My time.